With sampling, I would consider myself a human sampler. Some of the ideas and moves on this Loopmasters package, a lot of the hooks and things are instant melodies that just come out of my head. It's about creating, you know, not emulating what someone else has done. You know, you have to reach inside yourself because each of us are unique in our own right.
Please don't leave this just a vision in my mind.
When I was growing up, a whole musical movement was happening. Of all the Chicago house and all the new sounds that were happening at the time. And actually, that would have been when I first heard your voice.
Yeah,
and
nice.
which is the voice of house music.
That's going back to like the Studio 54's Paradise Garage. I played there where Larry Levan was DJing and me and Salt and Pepper were the acts for the
That's
evening.
right, yeah.
You know, so I got a chance to grace that stage.
Yeah.
So it was really great. But Paradise Garage, I performed there lots of times. Like a lot of the disco divas and stuff, I come up with them doing shows with Grace Jones and stuff. Was even Sylvester's PA for an evening. I think the whole house thing evolved off of the style of like where a lot of these DJs, they were taking the obscure parts of a lot of these disco tracks, take it up to 4 or 5 minutes, just that intense
Hip-hop
section.
was doing that as well, which is like the original where the breakbeats come from, isn't it?
Well, some of them used to go to Paradise Garage too.
Okay.
But, after things evolved, I'd start seeing them playing vocal tracks down in Berkham. Usually it was mainly in Panorama.
Yeah.
But they started playing vocal tracks downstairs, and I was like, that's interesting, you know, and even if you notice over the years, more and more people started doing it.
Yeah, it's true.
Here we go with round 2.
So I used like a mixture of vintage gear, some stuff that I found in a second-hand shop years ago, literally. But I still use them today. You might have heard of them.
House standards, huh? 808, 909,
Yeah.
707, 606, 303. They're kind of standards from early
It's kind
days.
of cliche, but yeah, I mean, I still use them every day. So.
Juno 106, that's a standard one that they used early and back in the day.
Yeah, and then I use plugins. Got an analog plugin here, and so he plugs into that channel, and then. But then on actual plugins wise, I use Sound Toys a lot. I use FabFilter, and also Loop Cloud and things like that. So then I can go through the Loopmasters Loop Cloud plugin, and then I can preview loops. I've got my own sample pack up here, the last one I did called Analog Techno, and then I can go through and I can find other loops that are in key and also drop them into the project. This is the last project we recorded. I don't know if you've heard this version.
Here I go, here I go, here I go again. One more time. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. Here I go, here I go, here I go again. Here I go, here I go again. Losing me.
I think we got something going on there, Jamie.
Said I wouldn't do it.
But some oohs would be good.
So that'd be nice.
Maybe you better get them in
put them
there
in
just
there,
to
let's put those
remember,
in.
yeah. Let's get the couple of oohs in there just to remember them. Again, again, one more time, one more time. Here we go, here we go. Okay, I think between that we got some, and we could build up off of those.
Yeah.
It's 3 different parts that we could just concentrate on each part separately. The oohs, we could build them up with some layer them up,
Yeah.
keep that as the root one. Maybe we could double that one.
Yeah.
And then go into like some mid-range ones.
That sounded nice.
Yeah, first, second, tenor, alto, baritone, contralto.
Okay, sampling's really good for getting ideas down. You can take loops and just basically quickly get an idea just by putting some beats together, getting some chords and some bass lines and some percussion.
For me personally, with sampling, I would consider myself a human sampler. Hence some of the ideas and moves on this Loopmasters package. A lot of the hooks and things are instant melodies that just come out of my head. Like earlier, Jamie played some chords and instantly I got a melody for a thought of bass line instantly against that. You know, he naturally came up with an idea and I naturally reacted against that idea. And I think those are some of the best productions because it moves into the whole emphasis of creating. It's about creating, you know, not emulating what someone else has done. You know, you have to reach inside yourself because each of us are unique in our own right.
To the main key.
And you see the crowd dancing to it, and it goes back to this whole emphasis of house music being a feeling. But first root of it is start with you and your, it should be coming directly from you.
So here I found a texture loop. I think it was that one. And I can just, now I've found a loop that I like, I can drop this into the track, just like this.
From the first pack, it did really well, and people are still, even lots of people got in touch with me and they would send me their versions of what they did. And often in my set, I play other people's tracks from their first Loopmasters package. The thought that that's possible of what people will do, and you might hear something that you might have not even thought about from the creative perspective.
I mean, it's going to be really interesting to hear what people do now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You can get inspired by what we've done, and then you can take that to the next step, a next stage, and the next stage, and you can open our minds up even to something that you added in there that can inspire us to go off and do something else, and it just sets the whole chain that goes off around the world globally. I always like to say to people, it's about us. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about us.
Oh girl, yeah, baby, I wanna celebrate with you.